So is Andrew Yang truly humanity first? It's a slogan. It's a good slogan. I believe for the most part Andrew Yang is a humanitarian on a lot of levels, on a lot of policies. I believe he has a good heart. I believe his intent is good. But I must challenge the humanity first approach and challenge it against his stand on Medicare for all, which is a public option. Hey there guys, welcome to my video. So I'm just thinking about the humanity first thing and Yang's public option. And like I said, I know he has good intentions. I know he has a good heart. I think for the most part, he's humanity first. Like, he has that approach genuinely in his policy set. But I don't really see it in a public option. I don't see it for someone who says we're still going to have millions of people uninsured, thousands of people dying every year, because the public option still protects a for-profit healthcare industry. And that's the bottom line here. A humanity first approach, in my opinion, would be someone who is for Medicare for all, the actual bill, the Sanders bill. That goes the furthest. That covers everybody. It is comprehensive. It is the gold standard. It is truly humanity first. At its core, everyone's covered. No one's left out. So I just got to push back here. And I've been having a lot of good discourse with Yang supporters on Twitter and other places. And it's been good. I like Andrew Yang, but if I have an issue with him, I will address it. Most of the time, the conversation is very civil and worthwhile. So I'm glad about that. But I just don't see the humanity in protecting a for-profit healthcare industry. And I'm paraphrasing, but Kyle Kulinski had a great argument about, okay, Medicare for all is an essential service of sorts. Would you want? He says something like, when your house is on fire, would you want to pick who the firefighters are? Are you going to take the time as your house burns down to, hand select, firefighters in your community? And you can elaborate that on anything. If you're in an emergency, are you going to be really choosy about an ambulance or police or other essential services that are necessary for the greater good of the public? Why are we putting these for-profit motives on essential services like healthcare when we can just cover everybody for much less? Like, there's just no argument against that. That's a total steel man. Like, I get all these straw man arguments about, it's about choice. It's about choice. It's the illusion of choice. If you go to the public option bill, you're likely not going to have, you're going to have a crop of doctors who are going to take it and a bunch who are not going to take it. And that equals less choice. The illusion is you get to choose your own healthcare plan. And in that process, you're actually limiting yourself, because not everybody is going to be taking that plan. Certain doctors take certain plans where the Medicare for all bill, the Sanders bill, would be accepted by mostly everybody. I think it was like 92% of doctors would take Bernie's Medicare for all bill. So, once again, whether it's Andrew Yang, whether it's Pete Buttigieg, whether it's Beto O'Rourke, rest in peace, whether it's anybody in the field, this isn't really even specific to Yang in a few contexts, but the public option just doesn't go far enough. But if you're using a humanity first slogan, and you're for a for-profit healthcare system, you know, I got to challenge that. That doesn't make sense to me. I just want Andrew Yang to be better. Like, I don't criticize him in some like politically arbitrary way. I like Andrew Yang, and I want him to be better than what he's presenting when it comes to the public option. That's all. So we don't need to be tribalists here. We could just have a good conversation, you know, of what is better. And I stand by Bernie Sanders' bill, his Medicare for All bill, as the best out there, and it should be endorsed by everybody, especially people who claim humanity first.